Hello everyone, and welcome back to Winding and Racing. Today we're going to talk about the golf cart. This was a project that I came up with when I acquired this motor. See, I'm kind of a junk collector. When I find people that have parts of quads, I buy them and assemble them into running quads. Well, this was a little 200cc Honda motor that was in one of those quads, and it was just sitting on a shelf, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this thing? So between that and I like to watch those mud park videos, and you've seen some of the vehicles that those guys come up with, and I'm thinking, well, why don't I make kind of a rolling living room myself? My son had this bench seat out of the C10, and it was just sitting in the garage, so well, let's put that to use. And then this guy I know from Facebook, he's another junk collector, but he had this rear end here. This is out of a golf cart, and this has high and low and reverse. So this is going to be real interesting. It's only a 200cc motor, but it'll have 10 forward gears and 5 reverse. I'm sure probably at some point I'll end up putting a 1000cc motor in this thing and watch it do wheelies. Back to the front end here. I spent all morning doing all this prep work to assemble the front suspension, which I'll be doing tomorrow. We had to do a little math and figure out how big we need to make the A-arms. I want the total width 49 minus 9 to the start of the A-arms leaves 37, 7 inches for the framework. We got 24 divided by 2, so I need to make 12-inch A-arms from pivot to pivot. So I just cut 15-inch pieces, and I'll be able to play with those to get everything right. So I had these shocks. Yeah, it even says 95 CR, whatever it was. But I'm using rear shocks off of motorcycles as a front up here, because obviously it's carrying more weight. And I have other springs that if I need to play with spring rates, I can do that. Now, one thing I want to do in the long run, this golf cart rear differential here is a little narrow, so it's going to be quite a job, but I got to cut and extend the axle tubes and the axles to actually bring the tires out about 8 or 9 inches each way. So that'll be another project for another day after I get this all running. Haven't quite figured out where I'm going to put the stripper pole, but second thought, who's going to want to watch me strip anyway? So we'll just leave that part out of it and just build a nice little buggy to be able to have some fun in. So stay tuned for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be fun. All the hard work obviously was done today. Tomorrow I get to weld it all together. I did want to mention one thing. If any of you guys have any of these benders, these JD squared benders, this was my set of 1-inch dies that came and said put it in the number 4 hole. I mean, it did fine job bending, but I sure don't like my 1.5-inch dies are much tighter than that, and they kind of follow the arc all the way around, where this one's kind of hanging out loosely. I mean, this I'm not sure if they gave me the right dies or not, but they did the job for this project, and that's what counts for now. So subscribe to the channel, guys, and check in on it tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll be putting this all together. And so lots of welding. We get a little breezy here in the afternoon time, so I'll be up bright and early and get all this welding done, and I'll videotape it for you guys. And we'll see you again tomorrow.